Hi, it's Troy, and I'm here at Palmetto State Park. Along the trail, I just set up my hammock to take a little break. This park is noted for these palms that grow only in this area. I wanted to take a break to do a gear review. From time to time, I do gear reviews for the dirt, and this is a gear review on a backpack that they sent to me, courtesy of Gregory Backpacks. And this is the Gregory Inertia 30 hydration backpack. So it looks like a normal backpack, but it has some special features that I wanted to go through. To begin with, normally I tend to like muted colors, some blacks, grays, blues, but I saw this orange, and they call it, I think, a Ferris orange, and I thought, oh, I like that. I'm going to try this this color. When you look at this backpack, it's a 30-liter backpack. It seems to be made of a ripstop nylon, and I would say it's of a denier of at least 200, maybe 400, but that keeps the weight reasonable with still having good durability. To begin with, I just wanted to show the suspension system, because for me, for a backpack, the suspension system is really the most important. It's what makes the backpack comfortable or not. This one has a light foam backing. It's very light and it's ventilated. Likewise on these straps, the shoulder straps, it is foam with mesh and it's ventilated. Along this shoulder strap, you have some fastening loops to hang gear from. You also have a chest strap that is magnetically connected. This is the hydration tube, and the tube also is magnetically connected to the chest strap. Down here at the waist straps, likewise, there's foam with mesh, and these are not overly padded waist straps. I like that. I like the way that they conform to my body, and I don't like a very stiff waist strap or shoulder straps. Let's see. Turning this around, you'll notice that there's a big stretch mesh pocket here at the front, and this is like one of the things that I normally carry in this part of the pack. It's just a poncho, and I'll use my poncho for a number of things. Sometimes I just set it on the ground and put my gear on there. Sometimes I'll sit on it, but I like this mesh pocket in the front. It goes almost all the way to the bottom. There's also some loops here to hang gear from. There's a bungee cord with a loop here, and this is a tool loop, so you can hang an ice axe or trekking poles, very likely. On both sides, there's some pretty deep stretch pockets here, which can hold water bottle, food, any item that you might need to access quickly. And they have these fastening straps to cinch down the load. That's always a nice feature. Let's see, getting into this pack in the front, there's one pocket here, and this pocket does go all the way to the bottom of the pack. Here I keep things like some snacks, some electrolyte tablets, any like incidental things I might need to access somewhat quickly, bandana. There's also a smaller mesh pocket on the inside, and I keep things like a bandana, maybe a flashlight. I know exactly where they are. So that's the first internal pocket. And then this is the larger pocket, and this is, as I mentioned before, this is a 30-liter backpack. It really holds a lot of space. I mean, for The average person, they might use this as a day pack to do some day hiking. But at 30 liters, you can certainly use it as a weekend pack. And if you're a light backpacker, you could probably use it as a week-long pack. I was able to get almost all of my equipment inside of this for an extended trip. To begin with, I was able to put my hammock in there. I can put my trekking poles. This is my Tenkara fishing pole, fishing gear, my camp cup. This is kind of my ditty bag that just has all kinds of miscellaneous things. This is a little windbreaker shell. This is my tarp. When I hammock camp, I usually string up a tarp for rain protection. A sleeping sack. And that's pretty much it. I mean, there's a lot of space in this pack, and I actually had extra space for food, extra clothing, and so forth. But great capacity. The biggest pocket is one just open big pocket with a lot of volume. So that's about 30 liters just in that pocket itself. Now, one of the special things about this backpack is it is a hydration backpack, and you'll notice it has a tube, and then this tube leads into a pocket which is on the outside of the backpack, which holds the hydration bladder. Inside this pocket, it unzips, and there's a clip to hold the water bladder. And then you can pull out the water bladder. And let's take a look at this. So this is a 3-liter 3D hydro bladder. That's what they call it. So the capacity is 3 liters. But it's kind of unique in that it has this form to it. So it's kind of flat on the back, but then it's curved on the outer part. And what that's useful for is when it comes time to empty and dry out your bladder, you empty the water out, but the bladder still keeps its shape so that air can get inside and dry out the bladder. You never want to have residual water inside your bladder when you're trying to clean it out, because some funky stuff can grow in there. Some of the other features of this bladder are that it has a handle, and this is something I really like, is that this, where the fill valve is, the cap has like a little bit of rubber coating around it, which makes it really easy to tighten or loosen. Also, this bladder, when it comes time to clean it or dry it, it has this little clip that reverses, and you can hang it up to help dry your bladder. As in most bladders, it has a tube that comes through the side and then along the shoulder strap, and it has a bite valve with a locking mechanism so that you can lock it when you're traveling so that no water escapes. So I took this backpack on one hike. It was a nighttime hike, and it performed great. And then I've been hiking around today at Palmetto, and it's done well. You know, I packed all my things in here for kind of like a weekend backpacking trip. So the 30 liters, it filled fine, and I still think I had some room. So in terms of capacity, this backpack was great, and the comfort is really nice too. I really like the way that the foam is not overly dense, and it kind of shapes to your body. I find that very useful. So this is the Gregory Inertia 30 Hydration Backpack.